Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But
alright, pardon the interruption. As most of you know, I am a creature of habit. The decision to leave the University of West Georgia goes against every single fiber of my body. Heck, I have only ever left a position because Emily forced me to, and there's always been an outside factor which made me agree, like, you know, I love my wife. Out of my desire to remain consistent, I have always disliked these parties, and most of you know that, which is why I was like, let's not do a video. But I've been thinking about it, so instead of saying normal goodbyes, I thought I would take this opportunity to give you all some of my parting thoughts as I ride off into the mountains. Tamra, I am thrilled that the village is in safe hands as I depart the University of West Georgia. I can't tell you how many hours of blood, sweat, and tears I've spent in making this place successful. This type of housing can have astronomically positive effects on our students. Continue to push the pace with our organizations, continue to push the pace with our colleagues across campus, and please know that I'm only an hour and a half away. I'm going to be watching. Alan Thomas, man, hasn't this department grown in the 5 years since you've joined us? I am thrilled to finally bestow upon you the title of Most Continuous Housing and Residence Life Employee outside of Whitlock. With that distinct honor comes a receding hairline, an ever-expanding waist, and a flat tooth that you've grinded in the middle of the night. Seriously, I want to tell you how much I appreciate you've always been able to drop anything you're doing and work on any problem that I'm having. And remember, no matter what task you receive, it's never going to be as bad as clearing out that Downs dungeon. Stephanie G., you have blossomed into a wonderful professional. I have witnessed you become one of the cultural leaders of our department and have seen, particularly female staffers and students, connect and look up with you. If we all had your abilities to develop personal relationships, our RPG rates would be through the roof here at the University of West Georgia. I can't even thank you enough for everything you've done for us and the entire Department of Housing and Residence Life. Anderson Russell IV, the kid brother that I never wanted. Never wanted. It's been a pleasure serving as your hashtag for not with supervisor the past couple of years. You are definitely the strongest individual I've ever met in crisis intervention and crisis response, and I come through a family of law enforcement and military background, so I know the skills you have. But I challenge you to take this year and live outside the crisis bubble and thrive in the community development and understanding our students. You are going to be the Levain cookie of our profession, but as we progress and eventually I work for you, I'm just going to ask you to leave the radio and bring the Mike's cannoli. Thanks. Jenny! One of my biggest regrets leaving is that I'm not going to be able to witness you shed the tight skin of business and finance and blossom into a student affairs professional. As you know, our residents are more important than the bottom line, and every decision you make is going to have a positive or negative impact on their student success. So please, I ask you to decide wisely, and like Tamra, I'm going to be watching you too. Reginator! Let me just tell you, I cannot wait until you make the living learning communities at the University of West Georgia great again. Do not forget I have money riding on this by 2019, so channel your inner Rowdy Piper and avoid all the sleeper holes. Seriously, you've been a great friend, and I've seen your kind words turn students and staff members' day around in an instant, and your genuine good heart is something that I hope to see in the future. Marianne Russell, I am amazed at your dedication and patience as you continually are talking through the intricacies of purchasing to students at the University of West Georgia. I have to tell you, one of the biggest things I'm going to miss is the students' faces when they start understanding the intricacies of purchasing at the University of West Georgia. Your position is so essential to the success of this department, and you're a saint for taking on that task and helping everyone succeed. Basha, continue to move at your own pace. This is not a big competition. Student development and student engagement is lightened up in the students' faces when you walk to one of their programs. Don't measure yourself against anyone else. You are going to be a strong professional someday, and I'm thrilled to see what's going to happen in the future. Quinn, do not feel obligated to say yes to everyone that asks you for a favor in the Department of Housing, Residence Life, or at the University of West Georgia. Your career is going to take off, and I know it is, and I'm thrilled because it couldn't happen to a more genuine person. Linda Mazzola, the first person that ever thought they were going to share an office with Tim Reilly. You are not cool enough to even be at this going away party. Warped Tour's awesome! Becky Pritchett, the world truly does have grand plans for both you and Jeremy. Come on, he's been serving as the executive chef of the Cinnabar Tavern in Villa Rica for a couple years now. His career is going to take off like a shooting star. And I just know that this Saturday, I'm the winner of a new bet, which means that your career also shooting star. See how I did that? Honestly, you've been an exceptional hire. The way that you've taken the young professionals and put them underneath your wing and mentored them into their own professional career is something that none of us could do in the office. And we're all going to be eternally grateful for those actions. And that is going to be your legacy here at the University of West Georgia. Cassidy Nelson, it's fine. You're gonna be fine. It's all gonna be okay. I promise you. I know you and I have a number of personality traits and strengths that have crossed over, but don't let others force you to take my cultural role in the department. That's going to be naturally filled. Our Residence Life program needs some TLC desperately, and I cannot wait to see what you're doing here because it's going to be phenomenal. Ms. Brandy Burdett, your warmth is infectious, and it spreads throughout our entire office. Please know that you don't always receive the accolades that you deserve, but I have personally noticed, and I want to personally thank you for maybe preventing all those friendly phone calls that were coming my way that you headed off at the pass. I know how challenging the difficult parents and students can be, and you've done a phenomenal job while you're here, solving all their problems. Cynthia, how old are you today? Seriously, you have served as a mother figure for me within the department. Your knowledge and wisdom and your perception cannot be taught, and I'm always going to be eternally grateful. And I just hope as I move forward in life that I can find a fellow Pisces that, bring those assets to them to guide me along my professional journey. Feel free to keep in touch. I want to know everything that's going on with Berkeley and Garrett. Lauren Long, don't forget to utilize your degree in your current position. You are a consistent, constant contact for our students there at the front. Utilize your good knowledge. You're a great professional. Not many people can roll out a 400-person desk model in 48 hours during your first 3 weeks of your job. And that moment is one of my proudest moments serving as your supervisor. Tracy Kirkland, is there anything in this department that you can't do? Heck no! Seriously, thank you for continually challenging me to be a better supervisor and to thoroughly think through my decision-making process. Please avoid the janitorial work and continue to instill others to make positive decisions. Mu Kappa Beta Michael Brown. We really have done a great job as a Lannister and a Stark, and this team has come together to show that two families can always work together for the better good of students. Seriously, I've loved watching your career evolve and you grow as a professional. It's been rewarding for me as it has been for you, and I look forward to see where your career path takes you next, because I know it's going to be exciting and earth-shattering. Diane, you have been the backbone of my support for a number of years. Hiring you was probably the single best decision I made as an assistant director here at the University of West Georgia. I know your dedication to the students is something that I hope to mimic going forward, and I'm truly going to miss you and everything you've always done for us. Stephen Whitlock, the older brother that I never ever wanted. Seriously, thank you for believing me and challenging me ways and giving me opportunities I never could have imagined when we met here in the Greek village 7 years ago. My biggest regret leaving is not being able to complete the journey of University of West Georgia with you underneath your supervision and leadership and seeing the conclusion of the great things that are going to take place. When I started, we had 11 professional staff members. We had an occupancy rate under 90% and less beds. In Greek Village, there was organizations that owed over $60,000 worth of debt to the department. We were massed in lawsuits. We had the Bowden Peeper situation where we couldn't control who was coming in and out of our buildings. Our occupancy reports were done in Excel. And now that I'm driving off into the mountains, I can point to gorgeous residence halls that have wait lists and are completely full. The Greek Village is financially viable. We've dove first into IT through StarRes, YQ Locks, GFMS. We've done amazing things. We instituted the Marketing Ambassador Program to strengthen our RA pipeline and make sure that we had enough applicants of high caliber, quality. The off-campus partnership means our impact has expanded over 2,000 additional beds. Our shifting to the programming model, the residential curriculum, is going to be a fantastic thing for our students. I conclude in the only way that I really know how. Have a blessed day. Go Wolves.